Welcome to the Thunder Basin Railroad. Today we're going to take a look at putting snow on the roof of the snow shed. With the snow shed construction complete, we started by weathering the top roof area after the wiring was installed. Then we started placing batting down. This is the first layer of batting. And we continued adding batting until we had 5 full layers applied. Then we started to use the Woodland Scenics Flex Paste and put that at all the seams to try to smooth it out a little bit. Now we're ready to do some work on the edges, and it's all masked, ready to go. At this point, I decided to make a little change in the process. I found some white latex house paint down in the basement, and I thought, maybe I need to cover up this batting with the white paint and do the edges with the white paint for a couple of reasons. One, it's easier to apply. It'll get all the fibers pushed down and held in place. But I don't have to use the flex paste to cover this because it's pretty expensive and not easy to apply because it's a lot stickier. So we're using the latex paint at this point. The batting absorbs it tremendously, so it takes a lot of paint to cover this, and we just keep adding and adding and adding. If I'd used a bigger brush, I could cover more area faster. But I like the little brush. It gives me a little bit more control, especially when I get near the edges, so that it doesn't get all over. Because as you'll notice, I'm doing this work on Mama's kitchen table. You probably also noticed that I didn't put down a lot of paper and protection. So in case I have a disaster and I drop the brush or I splatter paint onto the table, it could be a bad situation. However, I always live on the edge. I'm pretty good at controlling this kind of thing. So fortunately, I didn't get any paint on the table, and I didn't spill it anywhere. Maybe one spot on my pants, but I had it under control pretty well. So I just keep grabbing as much of this as I can and cover up all of the open fibers that I can see, and just keep painting it on. And the other thing is that the latex paint will dry fairly quickly versus the flex paste, which I found out was at least a minimum of 10 hours or more for that stuff to dry when applied on this batting. So this is a lot faster process. And now when I go to use the flex paste, I'll be able to use a small brush and then go around the edges very carefully and get a nice snow drift look of snow around the edges, make it clean, and then I can add some features to the main part of the snow drift to accentuate where some of the snow is melted and drifted and different things like that. At this point, the top's getting to look pretty good. I've pretty much got it covered. So now we need to finish up the edges here on the top back. Now I'm hoping that the latex paint will kind of work like a glue a little bit and hold that batting in place, because this is going to mate up against the rock slide and the snowdrift area up towards the mountain. So this doesn't have to be perfect, but I did want to at least get the batting secured and coated there so it's not flying around and is a little bit more rigid. So just kind of cleaning up the back here and making sure that I have all the loose fibers covered. So that's working out pretty good.
Well, just about got these fibers all taken care of here. Get that to kind of sit down, kind of act like a glue, maybe. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay. Mama's table safe. I know, should have put down lots of paper to protect it, but not me. I'm always on the edge. Always on the edge. Okay, I'm gonna let that latex paint dry over for a while, and then we'll go to the flex paste. But I think using the paint here saved me a lot of money in flex paste because I won't need that much now. Good move, Don. Definitely a good move. Goodbye.